Hi everybody, today we're going to learn about aerial view, which is the view you get when you're looking straight down on something, like when you're in an airplane. So you can think about what you'd see in an airplane, and most often you're seeing fields and houses, but from above, so the roof, the lines and patterns that you would get in the landscape. If there's a river, it would be kind of winding around like a snake down below. An interesting thing to think about is that aerial view was something we didn't really see until we were able to fly in airplanes or maybe hang gliders. And so for a long time, that was a mysterious viewpoint for us as humans, because it's not the same so much. It's not as looking down from a mountaintop. Okay, so what we'll do first is it's pretty simple. We're just going to break our page into some shapes. So the top area will be, I'll just create a line. I'm going to do a farmland view, and then rectangle for a field, and then over here I didn't want it to be too geometric, so I just created its own rectangular shape. And I'll maybe offset it just a tiny bit because we are not completely perfect generally when we're landscaping our environment down below. And then some fields have like circular sprinklers. This is more common in places like Utah. But you could have maybe instead of a rectangle field, you can have a circular pasture where that's just how the sprinklers hit. I've seen it in Nevada as well when we're flying over that. So here I'm just going to create some shapes. It can be looking like the tops of trees. The other type of drawing that you use aerial view on is a site plan. And that's when you're designing a house and you're just getting the layout from what it would look like from above, and you symbolize the shapes of the plants as well. So this is just a deciduous grove of trees, and it's not an orchard because they're bunched together a little bit. Have a little overlapping as well. On this field, I'm going to make it go horizontal, and I'm not going to worry about a ruler. I'm going to freehand it, but I might turn my page so it's a little easier to do. And I want my lines to go all the way to this one, and I can go off the page that way. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and turn it upside down because it'll be easier. And I'm using my whole hand so that my lines do end up being relatively straight, and I'll go back through and I'll make them closer together. But when you're furrowing a field or plowing a field, you have these straight lines. And you can imagine what is being planted. I'll go back and make them narrower. Okay, so I'm going to turn it back this way. And this one I'm going to make vertical lines. When you're making lines, you just want to sort of relax so they don't get shaky, and use your whole hand. And this one is going to be a circle. So I'm not sure exactly where the center of the circle is, but everything's going to go back to a central point. So I'll just point a point of access where maybe the sprinkler is. Just go back. If you need to move your paper, do that. You don't want to be having to turn your wrist an awkward angle. And then around this one, just to add a little difference, make it interesting, maybe we'll have some trees or shrubs. We'll fill in this space. Okay, and then the last area I'll do is I'm going to create diagonal, and then I'll also have a farmhouse. So I'll add the farmhouse first. It's going to be a rectangle with a roof. If we wanted to, we could maybe lightly add in some areas that could be like the shingles of the roof. We can't really add too much dimension. I'm just going to do it lightly. My main lines I want to be these ones. So I'll darken them up so it stands out. Maybe have like a walkway. Here. And a yard. So I'll just leave that like that. And then I'm going to have a diagonal field. So it's going to be in the middle of like diagonal lines. I'm having my lines go in towards the center of the drawing to capture the eye of the viewer. So these are going this way, these are going this way, this is going this way. These are going this direction, but they'll catch this so that it doesn't ever escape the page. And then if you need to, you just skip. You just lift your pencil and then you continue your line. I might add a few more just to make it a little finer. Perhaps in this yard you have a few shrubs. And a corner could be like a little pond or something. And then some stairs. You can't too much see any details of grass. We could shade it in. Probably some grass. And there you go. There's your aerial view straight down. It's pretty fun, it's really simple, and you can have a whole bunch of different varieties. So have fun with this type of drawing. And thanks for drawing with me. See you next time. Bye.